Yes. And now I'm grabbing the I'll say it in a second, the link, and I'm now going to send it to you. And I might as well send this to Scott too. This is the one we're using.
So I told him I was going to call him, so let me call him.
Tell him he's going to be getting the link.
Yeah.
Okay. Just 1 second. I'm sending it to you too, Joe, of course.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Okay, we're sending the link to you, and you're going to be on a conference call as well with Mark, who's going to be monitoring this OBS from Branson, okay?
Okay.
All right, so this is a rehearsal.
Oh,
Okay, Mark, you're on?
other things. So I'll just listen in.
Yeah. Mark, you there? Mark?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
All right, I just
Hi,
sent.
Mark, I'm Scott.
I'm just.
Hey, Scott.
Hi, Mark. Hi, Scott. Hi, Jeff. Hi, Joe. Okay, so everybody's been sent the link.
Okay.
We have lousy connection, but what can we do? We're everything's hooked up.
All right, got the link here.
Okay.
I see you.
Oh, good. And can you hear me apart from the phone?
I don't think
How's?
I'm getting any audio yet.
Oh, okay.
Oh, I got mine. Hold on. Yeah, I hear something.
Okay, so I have. I'm gonna turn the audio up just a tiny bit. Okay, so that's I'm still not in the yellow when I'm speaking normally. I'm turning it up all the way now there, and I'm in the yellow when I'm speaking normally. Okay.
You're streaming.
Okay, we're good. We're just gonna leave it just like that. And Scott, the link I sent you, that's the one you can now, or should I put that in the campaign? The email.
Hold on, I'm seeing you calling me. When I hit I wasn't getting live.
That's right. It's not.
Yes, there's a 45-second delay.
Okay, making sure. Okay, great.
Yeah, so I'm gonna go. So I should go to Mailchimp and add that link in there, right?
Yes. Add the right link in there, and if you've also put it anywhere on your on the SATO48 site for people to reference, you can put it there too.
We haven't done that, but
Okay, no need. It's all right.
I suppose if we start getting like a huge number of people who don't know what's going on, we could put it on the website.
Yeah. The audio sounded good. Sounds good on it, and the video is what it is. There are some janky times, but the audio was coming through nice and clear.
Great. Yeah, I'm showing really good streaming right now, Mark. Okay, so I'm going to the campaigns.
Am I in focus?
Hold on. It's the image is kind of coming back together here.
Yeah.
It looked in focus when I first got on there, so.
Okay. That's good then. I'll know where to stay.
Yeah, actually, I've got good bandwidth, and I've upped my quality. I think by default it came through at 480, but I upped it to 720, and it looks great. Yes, you're in focus, Joe.
Okay.
Just now asking.
So what I'm going to do is, Scott, I'm going to now put the link into that whole link. And then I'm still going to do a test. Wait.
I wouldn't go off on it.
Wait. Oh, crazy! It's on another computer. Okay, so wait, I have to go to my email to get it. Hold on. Like, where's the link?
Okay, is the something you need from me right away? Because I'm trying to get together the people that are going to be helping me get quorum.
Yeah.
Yes,
you know
go
what?
ahead, go
Well,
ahead.
hold on. I'm gonna send the test email to you, Scott, and you test the link. If it's right, then you can go for it.
Okay. Sounds
Okay.
good.
Just one
And
second. Yep.
are we still going for 5 p.m.?
Yes.
5 p.m. to
Okay.
send. Yes.
So what you could do you want to just go ahead and schedule it to go out at 5?
If we can do that.
Yeah, usually you can. Or do you want, yeah, you want me to do that? I'm fine too.
Yeah, I don't know how to do that.
Okay. Yeah. So I'll go ahead and initiate it, scheduled for 5.
Okay, you'll be getting the test email here very shortly, like in 20 seconds maybe.
Okay. Standing by.
Okay. It has not come through even for me yet. I sent it to myself.
Okay. Yeah, I'm letting it check for it again now.
What the hell?
I guess that's why we give it an hour,
Really?
not 30 minutes. So we're looking for quorum by 6, right?
Yes. And so if we
Okay,
have
so
about
I'm gonna start pulling down to see if I can get quorum early. I'm gonna
yes,
start pulling down at 5:45, and
yes,
then we'll make final calls, and that should push us across the finish line.
yeah, 5:45, 5:50. You start making phone calls, so we can
Yeah.
start at 6. We just want to be on
Sounds
record
good.
that we gave him a call before we start.
Right.
Wait, it says I'm getting a message. We were unable to complete all the test sends. View details below. Oh, now that you've got more than 2,000 contacts, you'll need to upgrade it to a paid plan to send your email.
No.
Fuck.
How much is it?
I don't know, but that's the kind of a funny thing. All right.
Yeah.
All right.
So we're only over. We're over by like 100.
Okay, I'm just going to upgrade right now. We have to do it.
Okay.
We'll just do the essentials for $29.99 a month.
And then we'll see after this. After this, we'll see if we can clean it out.
Okay.
And get it back down below by eliminating some inactives.
Okay. Hold on.
We knew we were hovering right at that threshold of 2,000, didn't we?
Yeah.
Oh, wait. Hold on.
Hey, Jeff, you still need me right now?
No, thank you, Mark. That's great. We would have never thought to do what we did just now. Thank you.
You're welcome. Talk soon.
Okay, bye. All right. I'm gonna have to go get my credit card because I thought I knew the number and all the data, but I don't. So
I will call you back, Scott.
we'll call you back.
Okay. All right.
So this one that you sent me, I can send you others too?
The link we sent you, yes.
Okay.
So many unforeseen things.
That's why everything always ahead.
Shut up. Better. Thanks, Jeff. We've charged your card. We sent a receipt. Blah blah blah. Okay, now back to what should I do here? Okay, that made it. Okay, janky is right. Boy, it's janky on here, but I'm doing a lot of things on this computer. Okay, so we know the link works. Let Scott know. Let him know that the link within MailChimp works, and so that's ready to go.
Okay, just to let,
Work on the live cast.
all right, just to let you know that the MailChimp the thing works. We paid and then it's good. It's good.
Okay.
All right.
I'm going to. Are you going to resend the test or?
Jeff, are you gonna resend the text?
I did, and I just tested it myself.
Oh, okay, great. And that's what you were saying works. The link. Okay. So I'm gonna double check it too, just for a party.
Yep.
And we'll schedule it to go out at 5 sharp.
Great.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. All right. See you guys.
Thank you.
Thank you, Scott.
And then when this all's happening, you and I will be on the phone, okay?
Yep.
After.
Give me a few minutes because I'm going to be using my phone back and forth, getting folks lined up to make calls at 4.
That's fine. I don't think I'll get in touch with you until about 6:15 or no, 5:30 ish.
That sounds fine.
Okay. Bye.
Talk to you then.
Okay. Bye bye. want to make sure that Mark's going to be on remotely too.
Yeah, I've turned on TeamViewer, although he says I should probably not have it on.
Okay.
So I'm going to turn it off.
Okay.
Turn it on. Yeah, okay. I don't think I can change the... All right, YouTube said I changed the bit rate, so... Now I'm going to fix myself a cup of coffee.
What'd you say, Abby?
I'm going to go fix myself a cup of coffee, then we'll run through this.
Oh, you want me to do it for you?
No, I'll do it. I'll do it. I need to get up and move around, and I'm just checking to make sure I've got all my notes where they're supposed to be, and so far I do. Hold on. I'm probably going to turn my phone off because every time you text somebody, it buzzes me and it'll keep buzzing me. So when we get,
don't need to be on the phone
I
anymore.
don't. Nope.
Just turn it off.
Yep. I'll do that in a sec. I'll do this with the last thing, but I'm going to put it on my list. I also have a note to turn off the space heater. Oh, I saw a note. We could add Clarissa as an interviewer. I just want it to be people we know. Okay. I'm calling that quits. Control space here now. Okay, I'm closing down unnecessary programs on the computer. That is unnecessary program. Oh, let's have some hand signals. For example, if you catch me saying just go like this, like a giant U for Yep, and I'll know to stop it. Well, I'll know you want me to stop it. There's the questions page. We can't get rid of that.
Just think about entertaining.
Oh yes.
Anything else? If you forget something, just blame it on me or something.
Okay.
All right? It's okay.
You know, two filmmakers wanted to join late, and one of them is Chris Canote, but we just can't make an exception. It's too late anyway, but
Yeah. He's too worried about politics. So, creative people shouldn't be so concerned about all that stuff. It doesn't have to, unless you're a commentator. Katie Schmidt. Who was the other one? Do you know?
who?
The other filmmaker.
Oh, I didn't. It just came in and it was on. Okay. It's a bust.
Okay, it's almost 5. You're going to do your rehearsal?
Uh-huh. Okay.
Should put some kind of a bathroom down here.
Yes, we should. I don't know if that pillow's going to do it for me. Yes.
We sharpen your knife. A movie screen is all you see. A little world for you and me. A picture frame, I see the same. Oh, day by day, since I've been away. Oh. A movie screen is all you see. A little world for you and me. A picture frame, I see the same. Oh, day by day, since I've been away. Oh. A movie screen is all you see. A little world for you and me. A picture frame, I see the same. Oh, day by day since I've been away. Oh. A movie screen is all you see. A little world for you and me. A picture frame, I see the same. Oh, day by day since I've been away. Oh. Said you were right, no, I didn't mean correct. I meant you were right, as in I should turn left. And I'm lost, 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 deep in regret. Oh, lost, 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 in the mess of my head. Oh, lost, 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 deep in regret. Oh, lost, 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 in the mess of my head. Oh. since I've been away. A movie screen is all you see. A little world for you and me. A picture frame, I see the same. Day by day, since I've been away. Said you were right, no, I didn't mean correct. I meant you were right, as in I should've turned left. And I'm lost, deep in regret. Oh, lost, in the mess of my head. Oh, lost, deep in regret. Oh, lost, in the mess of my head. A burning room with a view for two. It smells so nice with your gasoline perfume. I turn my lights, you sharpen your knife. Oh, if only you knew that none of it was ever true. 'Cause when I said you were right, no, I didn't mean correct. I meant you were right, as in I should've turned left. And I'm lost, deep in regret. Oh, lost, in the mess of my head. Oh, lost, deep in regret. Oh, lost, in the mess of my head. A movie screen is all you see. A little world for you and me. A picture frame, I see the same. Oh, day by day, since I've been away. Oh. A movie screen is all you see. A little world for you and me. A picture frame, I see the same. Oh, day by day, since I've been away. Oh. Said you were right, no, I didn't mean correct. I meant you were right, as in I should turn left. And I'm lost, 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 deep in regret. Oh, lost, 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 in the mess of my head. Oh, lost, 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 deep in regret. Oh, lost, 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 in the mess of my head. Oh.
see Jeff yet, Scott?
Is everyone 6 feet away from their screen? Good. It has nothing to do with safety. I just look better at that distance. Welcome to SATO48-2020 Kickoff live stream. We're so glad you're not here. Tonight we're going to go through a lot of very exciting and interesting aspects of the event, and we know you're especially eager to find out about the inspiration package. So we're going to reveal that right at the very end. So the internet might be a little slow today. It comes in and out, as happens, because everyone's using it. So if some of the videos don't play perfectly well, know that we've put them on the website under the frequently asked questions page, so you can see them in their full flower there. So first of all, we're going to answer a few questions that came in while we were working on the slides and the first 30 minutes. The first question is, if I'm participating completely alone, do I need only to sign my name in the team edit for the participation agreement, location, music, etc., or do I need to download and email a signed document? Nope, you're perfectly fine working just alone. All you need to do is sign your signature and you'll be great. And we're sad that you're by yourself. Can we do virtual signatures for location releases like we can for talent? And if so, should we use the same fill-in-the-blank wording or something more specific to location releases? If you need to get a location release via email, that's perfectly fine. It doesn't hurt to include the language that you're using for talent and other members of your team. And you could also say that mostly it applies to their use of the location, if you wish.
12.
This is a question: if the stay-at-home mandate is still in effect, why post information about the Springfield parks allowing filming? That is a great question, and that is actually a great question for the Parks Department and the city. We wanted to give you the full information on both, but our policy is stay-at-home order supersedes everything, okay? So that's the marching orders. Stay-at-home order supersedes everything. Okay, those are some top questions. Now let's go to the first moment where we're going to introduce you to some of our sponsors.
Everyone loves a good story. That's why we love to go to the movies. At the end of the day, that's what your business's videos are all about. You want to tell your story in a way that inspires your customers. Connecting through video is crucial. People watch it on their phones, their tablets, and yes, even occasionally on their actual TV sets. Bring your story to life with AdSmith's award-winning video team. From concepting through scripting, shooting, and editing, we'll focus on bringing you rave reviews. Visit adsmithstudio.com for more information about all things video.
Movies, what's hot and what's not.
I thoroughly enjoyed this flick, despite what many other critics are saying.
Movie reviews with Chris the Critic, Thursdays at 3 on Ozarks Live and Fridays on Daybreak.
Hi everyone, I'm joined by Jathahla. I'm Jeff Klinkenbeard.
Okay. All right.
So we're so glad that you're here, and we just want to thank the 88 teams who have signed up to take on this amazing challenge every year, but especially this year, right?
Yeah. And there were some who tried to join in late. Unfortunately, we couldn't do it. We do honor people who do things on time.
That's right.
And also we want to thank the team that helped us to put this together of all this, all the equipment and so forth. We have teams, a couple of teams here in town. We have teams in Willard, Stratford, and Branson. Also, the teams who have joined us from far afar. We have teams in Alaska, and also some folks joining in from Alaska, California, Florida, London, England, and Sri Lanka, Colombo, Sri Lanka.
So welcome everybody. So this is the live kickoff. We're very excited, and we're going to jump right in and cover everything you need to know so that you can fulfill the paperwork and the creative aspects of participating in SATO48 2020.
Also, I want to thank the volunteers and the sponsors as well.
Thank you very much.
Okay.
There we go. So this is
Mark?
I see now. So it's great. Sorry about that little technical hiccup. Now we are on the, I'll back up here just a second.
Okay, what about now? Okay, it'll be a while.
Okay. So here we are at the kickoff screen at the website rather. And when you go to the website, you'll see it says login below. You'll click this login button and you'll be taken to,
Okay, great.
sorry about that technical difficulty. You'll be taken to the login screen for your team. This year we have really done a lot of work to make this paperless for you, and so that you can have a more streamlined experience and put more of your energy into making your film. So here we are at the login page. You put in your team name here and then your password. And hit submit. You'll click on this edit button and you'll come to the first welcome screen here. You'll notice that you must agree to the certification and consent. That is updated this year, so be sure you read that. There's also a quick reminder we want to give you about when you upload your film. These are big files and they can take a lot of time. So please practice uploading your film so you know how long it will take to finish. That's important. We are using Dropbox this year as the upload, and you will then, and Dropbox will put a timestamp on your upload when it finishes, not when it starts, and that's how we'll determine whether or not you are on time. So that's a very important part of the component, and we'll detail that a little bit more when we get to the uploads page. Also this year, we've changed the rules about creating a trailer for your movie. We really encourage you to create a trailer. The only requirement is that it is 30 seconds or less. You can use moving footage from your film. That's fine this year. Any elements, in fact, that you want to promote your film. The only requirement, apart from it being 30 seconds or under, is that you upload it onto the uploads page and you use the code 02- in front of the file name, so we'll be able to tag that as your trailer. We're now on the team name and number page. Here, your team name will already be filled in for you, as well as your team number. You probably don't already know the name of your film, and you might know the genre, and certainly not the running time, although you may have a good guess at it. So you'll want to come back to this form after you make your movie and before you submit your paperwork and work your way all the way through the team info form so that you can have every bit of information filled out, including, of course, your film name. Here we are on the team contact info page. You'll see that we provided for 25 team members this year, and that's a long scroll to get to 25. So if you have a keyboard shortcut that can get you there sooner, that's what I would use. The importance of this page cannot be overstated. This is where the names of your team members will later show up in the nominations page, which is coming up, and we'll cover that in detail. So you'll want to be sure that you fill in every team member name here, as well as their contact information, because this is how we'll keep up with them in terms of when the screenings are going to be, where the awards ceremony will be in the after party. All elements that I'm sure you know by now are still up in the air. And we want to be sure that everybody gets these invites. So you can see here I have team member number 2 filled in here, and team member number 3 filled in here, but team member number 4 and 5, and this will become important in just a moment. So now, but no team member number 6, and I'll give you a demo on that in just a second. Keep in mind that there is no team member number 6. So I'll drag down here all the way to the bottom and click Next. Here we are at the nominations page. You can see now number 1, team member number 2, 3, 4, and 5 are all listed here. If you get this far and you realize, oh, wait a minute, I forgot to add a team member, you cannot simply type their name into this field. Billy, Bob. No, you cannot do that. You have to go back, and this is perfectly fine, go back to the team page and scroll down to where the next team number would be. In this case, it would be team number 6. So we're going to put in Billy, Bob here, and we would fill in other information. And when you do that and click the Next button, you'll see Billy Bob has been added here. So this is important because this is the new method for your pulling nominations into your team. And it's important that every name be filled because this is how you become eligible for these awards. If there's no name in the number 1 slot, you can see producer 1 here, then we can't give an award. So what you do is you would grab the name, copy it, and paste it into the position where you want it to be. So that you continue this effort throughout all the nominated awards. You can see here that there are notes that for the poster, you must upload the poster. This year, for the lead performer and supporting performer, this is different. There's not a male and a female category. You will fill in the names of the actors here, and then here their character name and character description. That's so the selection committee members and the international judges can keep track of which characters you are nominating for lead and supporting. Also here with music, you must upload the information. Here under cast and crew, you do the same thing. You pull in the names and drop them into the different slots. New this year is a thank you section because we want you to be able to thank the people that are helping you make the film. Now we're to the music report. Section, and it is required because luckily we have SATO48 the TV show airing, and so we're under the rules of the FCC, and this is a form that must be filled out for every song that you have. And you'll go to the how-to section of the PDF we made for you that gives detailed instructions. That's on page 30 of the how-to, and you find that on the frequently asked questions page. So you fill out each of those different sections. Any questions, just head to that tutorial. Also, If you have relationships with musicians and you're going back and forth via email, be sure you upload all those emails to us on your uploads page and just put the 09 dash code in front of it so we'll know it's associated with your music. The audio here. So here we are. I'm on it now. So this is what you'll see if you, we got as far as the do not click next. Some of you might click next, and if you do and then hit submit, you will see a screen that says, oops, read carefully. And that's okay. You have, none of your information has been lost. It's all perfectly fine. But you do need to go back through your form again after the inspiration package has been revealed. And here's why. After we reveal the inspiration package at the end of this live stream, the form will change. And when you get to the end, you'll see a new language at the end that says, indicate on the next page the time code for each of the inspiration package requirements. And when you click next, you will see, this is just a sample, for the IP element number 1. And in here, you'll put the time code where you fulfilled that inspiration package element. So Mark Twain has a great quote. He says, when very angry, count to 10. When incredibly angry, swear. So that's just a little moment that I'm sharing with you. Time for our first questions. So here we go. I plan on having one actor. Oh, do we need to collect signatures from our team members online, or can we use the forms you gave us to get this signature? It seems hard to get each of my team members to log in and do this. In the how-to, you'll see steps for getting getting signatures by reply email. So that's in the how-to. Search for signatures by reply email, and that will give you all the steps. Also, I have a question. I plan on having one actor and one animal as my whole acting crew. Is it possible to add a dog as a supporting role, or just leave the supporting role blank? You actually have two characters, a dog and a person. So you fulfilled the participation agreement in terms of that, and I wouldn't put the dog in the supporting role unless you just feel like they did a great job supporting the other actor. Okay, those are all the questions we have for the moment. We're going to head over to
Hi, filmmakers. I'm Becky Meadows. I love animals, and I love seeing animals highlighted in SATO films. So again this year, I am sponsoring the prize for the most positive influence of a pet or an animal in your film. So animal lovers, show me what you got. Good luck.
Hey everybody, my name is Jonna Voles and I'm the owner of Acting for Real. I'm an acting studio here in Springfield, an acting coach. And this year for SATO48-2020, I am sponsoring the Most Star Potential Award. And what you get from that is you get private coaching with me, Jonna Voles. I have over 30 years of acting experience and a lot of success with my amazing students since I started my studio 5 years ago. And I would definitely like to help you get on your path to your potential acting career or just learn more about it. I will have the prizes are a winner and a runner-up. So we'll have two people, male or female, just depends on the talent. The winner will get 8 hours of private acting coaching, and the runner-up will get 4 hours. And that can cover private coaching, auditions for colleges, for any auditions that you have. It could be career consultation. We can work on your acting reel. I can help you edit your acting reel. There's a lot of different things we can do at that time. And we can work virtually or we can work in person whenever all of that is allowed. And it is specifically for actors who have never acted in a SATO film before as a lead or supporting character. So make sure that you nominate your actors, or yourself if you're acting in your own film, if you are a lead or supporting character. If you've been a background or very minimal character in the past, that you can submit for this. So if you were just seen for a second or you were, handing over a mug or something, that's not a supporting character. This is where it really requires some acting ability. And it doesn't mean you have to have lines. That doesn't mean that. But as long as you are a major contributor as an actor to the story of your film. I'm excited to see what you guys do. Make sure you nominate yourself or your lead actors and actresses. And I look forward to working with you in the future. Best of luck.
Good evening, filmmakers. My name is Jim Boltus, and I'm the director of Plotline. We're a local nonprofit, and we teach filmmaking classes, camps, workshops, and do community engagement events. Our mission is to educate and empower aspiring film and media creators. So we were thinking, what better way to do that right now than to sponsor a SATO48 prize. So I'm pleased and excited to announce the Plotline Award for the Best Plot Twist. One team will win this award and not only take home a placard or a trophy, but also a cash prize of $100. You can find out more about us at plotlinefilm.org. Good luck, filmmakers, and remember, frame with your eye, but shoot with your heart.
Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to step on you. Oh gosh, you okay? Yeah.
Mr. Costello, looks like we found you.
How did you find me?
We need you to get together a team of 5 people or less and complete a SATO48 mission. Do it, and you'll get a trophy and $100.
You know I don't do that type of work anymore, but I'll find someone that will.
Is another award this year. As I described earlier, the Performance Award for lead and supporting are different previous years, and also music. We went through the music report so you know how important music is to your film, and we encourage you to use original musicians and original music so that you can win the music award, because you cannot win the music award with music that you've downloaded from the internet. You have to have a relationship with the filmmaker. And speaking of a relationship with the filmmaker, one of the filmmakers is making a documentary about your experience this weekend creating a film under these amazing stay-at-home order circumstances. So let's hear from him now.
Hey filmmakers, I am Daniel Posey. I'm sorry I forgot for a split second who I am and where I am, which is a surprise considering that I've been cooped up here for a couple of weeks, but haven't we all? Hey, you may remember me from last year as this guy.
I'm supposed to be behind the scenes!
This year, I am producing independently a mini documentary about SATO48 and what it takes to bring a 5-minute short film to life during a global pandemic. You know, it's already difficult enough to create a short film for SATO48, but considering that we have to produce this at home in isolation away from our teams, it's already going to add another layer that I think would be very fascinating to capture that on camera and take that curtain back a little bit and show others what that process was like for you as a filmmaker competing. And I had to take my hat off to you for taking this challenge to a place it's never been before. Therefore, with this mini documentary that I am producing, I'm calling on your help. I've got a mission for you, should you choose to accept it. Don't worry, this will not explode in the next 5 seconds, but I've got 5 facts that will explode. That sounded weird and bad, but here we go. The first of the 5 I am asking for your help on is if you could get one person from your team, a designated team member, to gather all of the video that you have shot for behind the scenes. And remember, lighting, sound, video, all that still matters. The professional quality has not gone out the window, even though our rules and regulations on how we do it has greatly changed. But keep that in mind. And I also want to mention, for number 2, get the best of the best and record and detail every step of the way of your behind the scenes. So make sure that you're detailing the writing and the script, to the acting, and you're in the trenches of bringing the story from the pages to life, and then also up to the moment of you turning in the short film. Detail it all. I want to see it all, and other people want to see that as well. Make sure you're rolling non-stop, not just on your short film, but on the behind the scenes of your short film. The third thing is, obviously, choose your greatest hits. I went over that. 4, this is very important, you have a link to a Dropbox dedicated to your team in the team info folder that's located on the SATO48 page. Make sure to go to that. That Dropbox link is just for you and your team. 5th and final, have fun, stay safe. If you've got any questions, feel free to email them to this email address, and that way I can answer anything that you may have about the making of this documentary or anything else that would be helpful for it. Once again, thank you very much for helping. The final thing I almost forgot to mention is if you submit any video of your behind the scenes, and obviously the more detailed you are, the better content that you have produced along with your short film that you have submitted for this mini documentary, any of that behind the scenes footage can also make it into SATO48, the TV show, which airs on the Ozarks CW. Thank you very much. Once again, I love you all. Stay safe.
Hi, so that's a very interesting project that Daniel has going, and in support of that, of course, we have added a code 15- to the uploads page. So all the behind the scenes footage that you and your team members accumulate, please, you can name it whatever you want, just put 15- in front of it before you upload it. And that fuels right into a question we have: do we upload our finished films and paperwork? Remember, the paperwork is also part of your submission to be on time. So it's paperwork and film. Do we upload our finished films to our Dropbox and include the link to you, or is there a Dropbox address that we should send it to? Great question. As you scroll through the team info form, you'll come to a page called Uploads. Here at the very bottom, you'll see a link. That is not a clickable link. You have to copy and paste that link into a browser. And then a screen will open that has a Dropbox page that is where you can drag and drop files or choose them from your computer. This link is shareable, and you can give it to anyone because the only way that the link works is for uploading. No one can have access to that folder except us, so no one can view or change any of the files that are there. All they can do is use it to upload. So please share the link widely with your teammates so they can contribute their own vlogs, if you will, to the behind the scenes footage, and just have them put that 15 in front of it. On the uploads page, you'll also notice we're looking for any storyboards that you've had, any aspects of the behind the scenes actual physical assets that your movie has used to get to the point where you turn it in and we get to watch it. All right, so there are no more questions for the moment. Okay, not an envelope, but nevertheless, here it is. We are now going to send every one of you the inspiration package. You will receive it in your email, and we will all look at it and open it together. Give us just a moment here. My dad used to say, of all the snake bite remedies that don't work...
Wait. It's 30 seconds behind. Pretend that you send it and send it 30 seconds later. Jeff, did you get that note?
Okay. Okay, The email has been sent to everyone. And in just a moment, when we're fairly certain that the internet has kept up, you will have it in front of you, and we'll open the inspiration package and read it together. And then, of course, we'll have some questions from you, no doubt. Keep in mind, we don't answer questions that are of an artistic nature, only questions about the structure or aspects of the inspiration package that might not be clear. And we want to clear those up for you so you can fulfill it 100%. Anyway, I was saying, my dad's, one of his favorite expressions was, of all the snake bite remedies that don't work, whiskey is the most popular. I hope everyone... The physical object or not can be either good or bad for the main character. That is the inspiration package for SATO48-2020, and now we will be entertaining any questions that you have regarding this particular year's requirements.
We lost the audio, so read it again.
Okay? Okay. Okay, so there's been an indication that we lost the audio, so...
Skim through it.
Yep, I'm just going to skim through it. This year there are 2 inspiration package elements and a prohibition, and some prohibitions. Within the first minute of your film, the main character must express an urgent need for a specific physical object. The pursuit of this physical object and the reasons underlying the urgent need is your storyline. The second element. Within the last minute of your film, the main character does not obtain the physical object if your team number is even. If your team number is odd, within the last minute of your film, the main character does obtain the physical object. Here are the prohibitions regarding storyline and physical object. No storyline involving or related to pandemics, epidemics, viruses, diseases, vaccines, nor the results thereof. No physical object that has been in the headlines, for example, toilet paper, paper towels, cleaning or disinfecting supplies, hand sanitizer, protective medical masks, protective medical gloves, ventilators, and the like. Now, note, Obtaining the physical object or not can be either good or bad for the main character. Okay. We are entertaining questions you have about the inspiration package. We'll give you just a moment to find your footing with regard to this. I'm sure many of you are conversing with your teams and gathering your questions, so we'll just hang out here together for a little bit until you come up with some questions, or if not, we'll move on and set the time for when the inspiration package, the film and paperwork must be turned in. Okay, so far we have no questions. Is it perfectly clear to everyone?
It's clear.
Okay,
Well written.
great. So we are now going to set the time for when you must deliver your film, the delivery deadline on Submission Sunday. And that time is
Yeah, I know.
6:47?
Hold on. No.
Nope. You'll see it on your screen.
Are you going to put it on the screen?
Yeah, is it what? But you. So what's the time? Is it supposed to be?
No, I'm hearing back from the other folks.
Okay.
No. Don't put 6:47 yet. We're going to give them at least a minute.
6:48.
So, Mark, how are we doing?
Sorry about the delay here in getting you the time.
There's a question.
Oh wait, there's a question. So we haven't set the delivery deadline time just quite yet.
Yeah, 3 questions now.
So, can a physical object be like a person? For example, a love story? Absolutely. How can I find my team number? It was sent to your producer, and you'll know it's odd if it ends in 1, 3. You get that part. So talk to your producer and find out what your team number is, and then you'll know which of the 2 inspiration elements you must fulfill. If you can't find your team number, go ahead and contact us through the website, and we will be sure you get the right number in case you can't get in touch with your producer. Seems like that was the only 2 questions that we have. We're just vamping here. So, because we want you to have all your questions answered now, and here's why. After we set the delivery deadline for Submission Sunday, April 19, there are going to be no more questions answered. So now is your time. Even if you send us through the contact page, even if you call us, text us, email us, come by the door and knock, we're not going to answer any more questions. You're on your own in terms of creatively and safely fulfilling this inspiration package. Now, we know that so many people, including yourselves, are excited about seeing this, the results of the inspiration package and your films made under these incredible circumstances. Okay, so let's, we have a question here. Does that prohibition include someone going crazy? That's an artistic question. It depends on what they go crazy over, isn't it? Can physical mean something like health? No, it cannot. It is not a concept. The physical object must be a physical, external to the person object. We have another question. Confused. Apologies. Our storyline has to be about our main character in pursuit of a physical object, or does it just have to be an aspect of our current existing storyline? Can it be a subplot, background event? Sorry, your existing storyline that you came in with today is out the window. You must make this, the inspiration package, your main and only storyline. Now, if you want to have a subplot, that's entirely up to you, but your main storyline must fulfill the inspiration package. Sorry, that happens a lot with people. They come in with a story they think they're going to tell, and then they don't get a chance to. Is mental illness considered a disease? By many, it is. Can our main character get physically injured, punched, or scraped knee, or does that count as an illness or disease? No illness or disease is associated with being punched or having their knee scraped, so you're fine. Are no physical ailments allowed? Can someone get sick from magic, or is it absolutely no illness? I believe it's the exact language is no storyline related to pandemics, epidemics, viruses, diseases, vaccines, nor the results thereof. Question I don't understand. As a personal artistic choice, I don't use Comic Sans. Is that okay? Perfectly.
And also, if they're doing green screen, it can't be stock object either. You know?
Right. So there's a question about if we're using green screen, what can be on the green screen? That must be original footage or photographs as well. It cannot be something that was created by you within 48 hours. So you cannot buy stock footage of the Eiffel Tower and put it behind. Everything we see on the screen, everything we hear must have been created within that 48-hour period, with the exception of music that is pre-existing, and you have the rights to it. So if you have a musician and he has some favorite songs and you love them and you think they're right for his film, you can get the rights to that music. And that can be something that wasn't necessarily created within the 48 hours that is part of your film. But all the visuals, everything visual, must have been created within the 48 hours. Can we use music in our film from mainstream artists or on Apple Music or Spotify? Absolutely not, unless you have the rights to it. And my guess is Katy Perry is not giving you the rights to her latest song. Find another way. You must have the rights to the film, and that is the final word on music. Do themes of isolation or plot lines involving enforced curfews fall under results thereof if the film doesn't allude to a pandemic but leaves the cause for isolation and curfews vague? You can leave it vague. You can be explicit as long as it is not having anything to do with pandemics, epidemics, viruses, diseases, vaccines, or the results thereof. Next question. So our main storyline has to be a character in need of a physical object. Just want to make sure. Yes. Your character, your main storyline is they are in need of a physical object, and the underlying reasons for that is your storyline. And then whether or not they get the physical object, as is part of the last minute of your film, by whether or not your team number is even or odd. And as we noted here, just because somebody gets something they want doesn't mean it's necessarily good or bad for them, and vice versa. Okay, this is a question. Okay, for the purposes of this competition, we answered that. About mental illness. Does this mean filming old family pictures is out too? No. You can film old family pictures, but you have to make the filming of them happen within the 48 hours, because a family picture is just like a couch. You just film the couch, but you cannot, so you have to process the family pictures within the 48 hours, whether you film them directly or scan them in, that would be allowed. What inspirational words of wisdom does SATO48-2020 have for us? Also define time zone delivery time. It is 48 hours from the moment that we set here in Central Time, but that 48-hour period applies to wherever you are. So if you're halfway around the world, you still just have 48 hours. So be sure you upload both your paperwork and your film well within those times, and then you fulfill the time aspect of the delivery deadline. Is mental illness not associated with the pandemic? Okay, sure, because I find most mental illness is associated by who you're living with. No, stop, Jaw. Okay, it seems like we've answered all the questions that we have time for, and now we are going to set the delivery deadline time. I'm going to speak it out loud, and then it will be on the screen for the next few minutes with some lovely music underneath so that everyone can be fully informed on when the delivery deadline is. And that time is
We're going to set it at 6:56.
6:56. There you have it. 6:56 is the time. Film trailer. Oh, one more question. Nope, can't answer it. Sorry, we've already set the delivery deadline time of 6:56. Good luck, stay safe, and stay creative.
I'm